Om. 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 O Lord, may your hand lead us from the unreal to the real, from darkness to light, from death to immortality. May all be happy. May all be peaceful. May all be enlightened and cultured. May all attain perfection. May peace be established in the three bodies of man. May peace be established in the three worlds. May peace be established everywhere. May truth be our religion. May service be our worship. May knowledge be our breath. May world be our family. May yoga and meditation be our way. May our eyes see happy and noble things. May our ears hear happy and truthful words. May our tongues be sweet and truthful. May our bodies be divine instruments. May noble thoughts come to us from all corners of the universe. May we never leave God. May God never leave us. Om, peace and love. Om, peace and health. Om, peace and enlightenment. Om. So we're here in the beautiful sanctuary, City of Light, upstate New York in the Catskills. And this is where your mind can always be peaceful, when you are surrounded by this green and Mother Nature and beauty and purity, and there are no distractions. It is easy to be peaceful. And today I would like to talk to you about Prakriti. Prakriti means Mother Nature. And when we think of Mother Nature, we have to start thinking of the gunas. And the gunas are very important. Usually when people talk about the gunas, they talk about the gunas of the imbalances of the guna, that one guna is more prevalent than the other, etc. Let us look at really what we need to think about. I like to explain, Mataji explained the gunas in a wonderful way. Mataji, my guru, my Yogashakti. And she says, just think in terms of a bird. And when they wake up in the morning, they sing. They do nothing but sing. They don't think about foraging for food or anything. They just get up and sing the glory of the Lord. Then, once they're done with that, they go forage for food. And after they have finished foraging for food, towards the evening, they tuck their beaks into their shoulders, and they're ready to relax and go to sleep. And she says this is the way the gunas are. Gunas are very important, and every living being goes through their own gunas. We have to go through the gunas because we're part of Mother Nature. So they're called Prakriti, and we cannot overcome Prakriti. It is our nature. And chapter 14 in Bhagavat Gita talks about the gunas. Okay. And Bhagavan, or Krishna, says, I shall discuss once more the supreme wisdom, the best of all wisdoms acquiring, which all sages have attained the highest perfection, being liberated from the mundane existence. Those who, by practicing this wisdom, have entered into my being are not born again at the cosmic dawn, nor feel disturbed even during the cosmic night. My primordial nature, known as the great Brahma, is the womb of all creation. In that womb, I have placed the seed of life. The creation of all beings follow from the union of matter and spirit. Of all embodied beings that appear in all species of various kind, Arjun, Prakriti or nature is the conceiving mother, while I am the seed-giving father. Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas, these three qualities born of nature, tie down the imperishable soul to the body. Of the Sattva, being immaculate, is illuminating and flawless, Arjun. It binds through identification with joy and wisdom. The quality of Rajas, which is of the nature of passion and attachment, it binds the soul through attachment to actions and their fruit. Tamas, the deluder of all who look upon the body as their own self, as born of ignorance. It binds the soul through error, sloth, and sleep. Sattva drives one to joy. Rajas to action. Tamas, clouding wisdom, incites one to error as well as sleep and sloth. And I like to talk to you especially about Sattva Gun. You see, in the best time to say our prayer and our gratitude list is first thing in the morning. Because first thing in the morning is called the hour of Brahm. The hour of Brahm is 3 hours before sunrise, but at sunrise it's the hour of Brahma, Brahma being God, because that is Sattva Gun. Sattva Gun is the most wonderful time, and then your whole mind and body, we don't understand this, the whole mind and body is ready to praise the Lord and to glorify the Lord. And the mind and body, this is also the time that the trees have done their wonderful work at night, taking in the carbon dioxide and bringing off the oxygen, so it's fresh energy. It's also the time when people haven't aroused yet and the bustle of the day hasn't started yet. So this is the perfect time to do your prayers and meditation without thinking about what you're going to do the rest of the day. Of course, when you wake up in the morning, you first think about everything that's going to happen during the day, but that can be very quick. And then you should sit down and do your prayer and take the time out to meditate. Meditate on the divinity. Meditate on the divinity within you. Do your gratitude and feel the gratitude of everyone of whatever is surrounding you. This is the most propitious time to do that. But what happens? We get up. Oh, look at the time. Oh, I have to rush off to work. I have to do this. I have to do that. I have to do this. And we don't take the time out in Sattva time in order to take time out for our spirit. And then we run off and we forget about the spirit because the world is distracting us. And then in the evening time is for us to enjoy. At a time of tamas is for us to enjoy and then prepare for sleep. The daytime is for us to work and take care of things that we need to take care of. But nowadays we don't do that. we get up, we rush to work. Then in the evening, we are still thinking about work. And our mind is going, because once you're in the Raja state, the mind is going in turmoil, constantly going. And then you go, oh my goodness, I need to relax. And instead of taking a deep breath, some of you come to yoga class and you feel much better, that's good. But that's not the best time to meditate. Some people, in order to relax, they'll have a glass of wine or whatever and try to make themselves go to sleep. And then some people can't even sleep because their mind is still going, work, and what is going on? The mind is still active. The gunas need to be in balance. All of life is balance. If the gunas are within balance, we can really enjoy life. Remember, the Lord manifests in joy, in beauty, in love. When you keep considering that, joy, beauty, and love, let us enjoy our life. But to enjoy our life, we must take out time for our spirit. It is most important. And the best time to take out for spirit is Sattva Gun. And that's the one we give the least amount of time to. And yet, the spirit is the most important part for our entire incarnation. And we give more time to the physical body and its needs than we give to our spiritual body. Is that balance? The only reason we're here is to experience for the spirit. So our work is to work with the spirit, to work with the heart, not to just work for making things and getting things and taking care of our physical needs. So we need to take time in the morning. Now, not everybody can get up before sunrise. That's okay. It doesn't matter. But before you start your day, before you start the day, in Sattva Gun, praise the Lord. Write your gratitude. Do your prayers. Right now, the way the turmoil is on this planet, prayers are most needed. And our mind to be quiet and peaceful and to see the truth that's coming out is most needed. Do you know that if we don't take time out and we don't reflect and we don't take time for spirit, then we cannot really understand the turmoil that's going around. It is a wonderful, if we take time out for the spirit, then our knowledge will begin to flow. But if we don't take time out for the spirit, our sacred mind cannot help. Intuition cannot flow. All of these things that we need to properly navigate our life on earth. We have been given so many tools to navigate the life on earth with beauty and harmony. We have just not taken advantage of those tools. And today I would like to talk to you, to implore you to start using Sattva Gun. The spirit is the most important part of your life. Know that to be the absolute truth. We are here to experiment with our powers. And powers are given to us. And if powers are given, we can have a choice to use them, positively or negatively. But if we follow Prakriti, or Mother Nature. And if we follow and getting up in the morning and spending some time in the honor of our spirit and in the honor of God, whichever way you would like to glorify God, not by repetitious prayer necessarily, but by just contemplating on the beauty, the bounty, the love, the harmony, and all of those things, and how grateful you are for the things that have been given to you. We don't have everything we want, but we should be grateful for what we have. The more grateful we are for what we have, the more we will acquire. And remember, a peaceful mind can make the right decisions. A mind that's in conflict has no ability to make decisions. So how do we create a peaceful mind? By taking care of our spirit in the morning. When we get up, make a resolution to rise 15 minutes before your family rises so that you will have time. And it doesn't matter if you go for a walk and contemplate. You don't have to sit like this. Or you're sitting there silently, keeping your mind on the divine and the beauty about everything. You can be sitting silently and having a cup of tea. That's okay too. Meditation takes many forms, but primarily one should think about being able to communicate from the depth of your heart with the divine or with angelic beings. From the depth of your heart, you can talk to God. One day was talking to someone that lives up here with all the beautiful trees. And he said to me, I don't need to go to church. I talk to God every day. All I have to do is look up and see the beautiful trees and the flowers. I talk to God every day. Yes, let us talk to God. We don't need anyone else. And we can talk as if God is our friend. We can we can communicate what is in our heart. And then we can ask for grace. Because when we talk to God, or to the angelics, or to our guardian angel, we're asking for grace. And grace will come if we talk to God, or if we take time out for the Spirit. And grace is the most wondrous thing. It floods your whole being with beauty. It might only be temporary in the beginning, but later on, if this has become a habit of rising every morning and giving glory to your divine self and taking care of spirit, and when that becomes a habit, then grace has to follow you. And grace is such a beautiful, gentle, loving thing within you that whatever happens in the world, and the world will not change because of it necessarily for you, because you're always going to have conflicts. It's not going to make the world a pussycat. Its conflicts are there. But what will happen is that you will be able to handle the conflicts with more positivity, with more energy, with the right thinking, and the effects on your physical form and on your mental form and emotional form will be not so detrimental. Your health will improve physically, mentally, and emotionally. When we follow Mother Nature, and we should follow it also with the food, because there are certain foods that are rajasic, certain foods that are sattvic, and certain foods that are tamasic. And if you study those, what is sattvic, then that's what you would like to start your day with. And so you have a sattvic breakfast. Then during the day you need rajas. So you eat that kind of food. But too much tamas food will not allow you to sleep. It has to be in balance. And people eat a lot of tamas food. And so the balance is not there. And then they wonder why, when they do something in the world, in action, and it is not coming to be into fulfillment of what they had desired it to be. That the actions are not releasing what you had wanted it to release. You see, we need to be in balance. In balance in food, in balance in Mother Nature. And this is why I'm giving it right here. Look at how beautiful Mother Nature is. And I implore all of you to come out to Mother Nature at some time. There are parks everywhere. And there are trees. Even if you come out of your house, like we're living in New York City, and I come out and I look at this beautiful tree in front of our house. It is surrounded by cement. I mean, totally surrounded. The houses have cemented in their front yard. Then there's a street and there's cement across the street. How that tree lives, I have no idea. But it lives, and it is most beautiful. So even if you are surrounded, go hug a tree. Go be appreciative. Plant a flower. Plant flowers in your house, in pots. Take Mother Nature's beauty and allow your mind to flow into Sattva. And every morning, take time out for the Spirit. It doesn't have to be a long time, but at least 15 minutes. And everyone can spare 15 minutes. There is no reason you cannot spare 15 minutes. If you say, I don't have time, it is because you have not spared that 15 minutes, because you will have clearer vision of the rest of the day if you take that time out. And so, don't tell me I don't have time, or I'm too tired in the morning. Well, that's because you're staying up too late. When the sun sets, we're supposed to start setting down, but we're watching TV at 11 o'clock at night, getting us rajas going, and are upset we're watching the news. No, shut down. In the evening, 1 hour before you go to sleep, shut the time off. Read. Listen to something inspiring, or read something that is inspiring, or read a poem. But relax. Relax. We need to know the news, but not in the middle of the night. So, think about it. And I will repeat what Krishna said to Arjun. Sattva drives one to joy, rajas to action, while tamas clouding wisdom incites one to error as well as sleep. Overpowering rajas and tamas, Arjun, sattva prevails. Overpowering sattva and tamas, rajas prevails. Of overpowering sattva and rajas, tamas prevails. When light of discernment dawns in this body, as well as in the mind and senses, one should know that sattva is predominant. I would like to read that again. When light and discernment dawn in this body, as well as in the mind and senses, then Sattva is predominant. Greed, activity, undertaking of action with interested motives, restlessness and thirst for enjoyment make their appearance. It is the predominance of Rajas. When the growth of Tamas is obtuseness of the mind, senses, disinclination to perform one's duty, frivolity, stupor, all these appear as tamas. So know that our life can be full of joy if Sattva prevails. We can still do actions, but then they will be the right action without greed and selfishness. We still can do tamas, but it will be the right kind of relaxation. So taking care of our spirit is the most important part of our life for health, joy, and beauty. And with this, I implore you to start taking off the mornings. Start with the mornings. Every morning with prayer, without fail. And if you should fail, don't put yourself down. Just get up the next morning. And keep getting up until it becomes a habit. And you couldn't live without it because you know that your life is so much better when you do it. You will feel after a while, after you do this after a while, you wouldn't want to start the day without it. Because you can see the joy of the day and the productivity of the day is so much more satisfying. So with this I will Om. 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 Shanti. 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 Oh.